today I have something different. It's a gaming video. I love gaming, not just AI art, I do other things. However, where I'm living now is really not good for recording. Not for recording audio anyway. There will be a lot of background noise. And I'm going to be in this situation for quite a while. So, that's unfortunate. There's also a lot of traffic here. So that will be heard in the background as well. I'm living with family members, so they're doing their own things. It's just not terribly conducive to ASMR, but we're going to do it anyway. I'll try to edit some of the background noises out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a lot of them when doing longer videos like this. However, no problem, we'll do it anyway. So, Clanfolk is based on a 1300s, I think Scotland, fiefdom type thing. I love simulation strategy type games. Specifically, games like this where you're doing resource management, colony sim type things. This game, as far as I know so far, I've played some files, not too far in, but far enough. As far as I know, there's no combat. So, that is, it's really kind of relaxing. I mean, well, kind of. It's not fully relaxing. Sorry, I have some coffee as well. It's not fully relaxing because you don't want your clan to die. So that could be a little bit of a struggle. But beyond that. So here, I'm just doing the basic intro type family. There are harder situations. This one starts with, 7 members? One which is a baby and can't do anything yet. And it takes quite a while for them to grow up and do anything. So we're working with 6 members, but we have to feed and take care of 7. We have Margaret, I think, is the elder woman. What's the other one? I forget. Sorry, this is pre-recorded because I don't have an appropriate mic stand so that I'm not hitting it all the time. I've ordered one, but I don't want to wait. So I pre-recorded a couple of hours worth of video of this game to show you. This isn't a brand new game. I think it came out in 2021. But it's quite fun. I like it. It's very relaxing. So, first things first is that you need to feed them. So I've had them picking some berries already. And some wood. Now I'm placing sleeping spots. So you do need 7 even though one's a baby. There's no bed sharing in this game. It just doesn't work that way. Alright. And you have to place some points in water where your characters can bathe and also get drinks, and that's what I'm doing there. They need their water. We don't want them to die. I suppose I could have made one in that teeny tiny little patch of water up there, but I did not. Actually, I kind of like that I've pre-recorded. I'm a bit ADHD, so sometimes I miss things, and I am like here, there, and everywhere midst of gameplay. You may notice that in the future. Just letting you know, it is a thing. I am well aware. Okay. I think you'll get used to it. I do apologize in advance. Alright, so then there's a branch pile. To the left of the sleeping spots, there's like a workstation where you build tools. And so we've got them building those things there. And we can get a sickle, which we really do need because in this game, for your chickens and stuff, now I think the chickens are generally okay, but if you have cows and goats and whatnot in the future, you need to have hay stockpiled for winter. Or you could be like me in one of my save files previously, where I was in the midst of winter and almost all my animals died. I mean, when that happens, you do get meat from your animals so that your villagers, your clanfolk, survive, but yeah, I felt really sad. I was very sad in my soul when that happened. Alright. So they're doing a lot of gathering here. I suppose I could have made this go faster, but I don't know. I did not. Why do I do these things? I couldn't tell you. I just know I like it to play the game. Now, when I built the map, you may have noticed that I upped the wildlife because you do have to hunt during the winter, especially you need to have food. Of course, in the winter, nothing's growing. And I don't know if there's better methods of preservation further in the game, but the only real things that you can preserve are some mushrooms. And they don't always last all winter. And meat eventually. So, sorry. So you do have to have hunting skill and hunting implements ready long before the winter. You can see that I'm looking for them too. See, there's more traffic. I'm terribly sorry. I know you will hear that in the background. I have to get more hay, so I'm asking them to cut grass. But I noticed later on anyway, that this section of the map really doesn't have too much grass in it. And you'll see, like, when I explore further along the map, it's quite bereft of grass and even berry bushes, etc. Which I kind of expected because I had upped the wildlife to 3. Because I wanted more wild animals. I find it easier if I put all the choice to the wildlife, the 3 points that you get in the beginning of your map. It's easier for me to plant things that are missing. Oh, the wind. Oh, actually, it might be the furnace. Good lord, it's quite loud, isn't it? Anyhow, where was I? There goes my brain. I have the microphone at my... Oh, that's a loud noise. I have a microphone in my lap right now. So... yeah. I may accidentally knock it, and you might hear that. I can't wait until the... I can't wait until the boom arm comes. Because I definitely need something like that. So yeah, this map was quite empty. I mean, there's a decent amount of trees. I'm not gonna say that there's none, because as you can see there are some, but I have seen maps before where I had more trees before I decided wildlife was the one I needed to focus on. This is quite empty comparatively, and further to the right on that the map is basically empty. Oh, I got a serving basket unlocked. That's good, because I think that your food, from what I think, the food will rot faster if it's left on the ground. So I do want to make that, and also you'll notice that I've put all the sleeping spots, the branch pile, and now the food basket all together because I'm planning on building the house there. That needs to be built before winter, or we're gonna die. So I'm trying to make it as centralized as possible because in the winter, Clanfolk cannot walk very far, very fast. And they get cold. They have to go back to the fires to warm up. So if you're going to play this game, try to make what you need as centralized as possible and build your clan kind of in an area like this where you have access to water and rock at the very least. Peat is good as well. That brown patch on the left is the peat bog. I may have to cut that one out. That's loud. Yeah, the brown patch on the left, that's a peat bog. So if you can get yourself centralized somewhere where your villagers will have somewhat good access. Not all maps will allow for that, but that's what we're going for here. Maybe you can hear the cars in the background now. They're crunching through snow because this weekend, I'm filming this on the weekend, we got so much snow. I live in Canada, in Ontario, and more specifically southern, so like Niagara regions. There's quite a lot of different towns and cities, so you won't be able to find me. But that's where I am right now. And I think that they had forecasted up to like 50 centimeters of snow, which is a crazy amount. And indeed, we did get a lot of snow, but we didn't get 50. I don't think we got 50 centimeters where I am, but there was a lot. And we had snow squall conditions, and I don't know if it's just me, but I really was not prepared for snow. It feels like snow is so early. And I just truly was not prepared. So, yeah, there's that. I feel like I'm still stuck at the end of summer, even though it has been quite cool and very less sun for quite some time. Mentally, I have not left. Oh, sorry, I'm hitting wires, and of course my mic's picking that up. This is the problem with ASMR, is you want your voice to be picked up very well, so that you get the relaxing effect of it. However, literally everything disrupts that. And very easily, because the mic is so sensitive. Which is what I want. However, I don't want the interruptions. Anyway, so yes, we had a snow dump. That's fun. I've been indoors, so I haven't really experienced too much of it, besides taking my dog outside. My dog, he's almost 10, And he's like a lab mix, and he had a leg injury, so one of his back legs no longer works at all. Like, he doesn't put any weight on it. And it's been like that for 3 years because he has permanent nerve damage, unfortunately. I did try to get him better, but, sometimes the injuries just are what they are. That's alright. I got him a harness to help lift him up, and they butt end. And as he's aging, it's harder and harder for him. And he's, not as confident walking anymore as he once was. But so I do go outside, especially in the winter. I'll go out with him. During the summer, I'll just get him down the stairs and leave him be. But in the winter, gotta be careful. And every year before now, he's been super happy when snow comes. This is the first snowfall this year, and he is not having it. And I know he is officially old now. Like, he must be feeling it, because, that was his thing. He loves snow. So he's getting to be quite the old dude. And I love him to bits. But, I have been mentally preparing myself for quite some time, because he had the injury. So I know that once his other leg goes, that's going to have to be it for him, because when he had the leg injury, it was so bad and so painful, and I got him medications and took him to the vets and everything. But the medications destroyed his gut, like, very badly. Like, he had severe ulcerative colitis type situation. So I know that he can't. As I was saying, so I know that he can't handle the medications, and we did try more than one. His stomach's just so messed up from it, and honestly, his stomach's never come back, and it's been, I don't know, 3 years maybe since that happened. It's never fully come back, even with the enzymes and whatnot that I give him every day with his food now, which do work quite well. But yeah, it was very hard on the system, so I won't make him go through that again. It's just too much, and he was miserable. So, sometimes you have to mentally prepare yourself. Or I do anyway. I tend to do that, mentally prepare myself far in advance. You know what, there's really no amount of preparing, is there? It's still going to suck real bad when the day comes that we have to say goodbye to each other. It's been a wonderful talk. I love him to bits. Anywho, let's get back to the game. Stop talking about depressive things. Alright, so finally we got the fire. And fire pit allows us to cook the meat that we can hunt eventually. No, we didn't even get that far yet. We did put down some fishing traps for eels. I put 2 in each water thing there, pond. And you have to be careful, because if you overfish, well, you know what happens in overfishing. The same things happen here. And you can actually overfish in the game. So I'm trying not to overfish, but also have enough food come in. Because as you can see, there's not too many berry bushes nearby. There's some further out, but not a lot that are close enough for my Clanfolk to quickly go and get a few. Oh, they're all hungry. It's the end of the day. Huh? Good job, everyone. They'll need to hang out. Oh, the chickens are at the water. Getting a drink there. You see that? Yeah, so the family started with 3 chickens, 2 females and a male. I don't quite understand really what their use is. Like, I know that eventually they produce eggs and whatnot, but I think you have to have like a fully enclosed home and some like hay piles for them to stay on for that to happen. And even right away, it doesn't seem to happen right away, so I haven't quite figured out the animal management portion of the game yet. And I don't even know, like, if those eggs, if my villagers have cooked them before, or they're just going bad, because I think that's what happened actually. Maybe I have to get further in the cooking tree, unlocking things. I don't know. But that, no, we're nowhere near that now. We are brand new in this save file, so yeah. So I think it's about time. Everybody needs to go to bed. Rest up for tomorrow. So yeah, there's very few berries in my basket. Some eels. See, I can't do anything with the eels until they build the fire. I really should have already had them working faster on that fire. I don't think I set that up yet, because you don't want the eels to go bad. It would be like total waste. You can see along the edges of the water, there's like reeds, and the reeds you can cut down, and they will give you some straw directly. If you cut down grass, it gives you hay, and then you have to go to the thresher, which I've already built. It's close to the workstation where I built the tools. You can see it's right at the left corner of it, actually. I already built it. Got so talking about my own life that I forgot to narrate the game. That's pretty typical. So, yeah, you need the thresher to take the hay and to make straw, and also hay seeds, because eventually you can plant more grasses, which I will do because this area doesn't seem to have a ton of grass. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. That would be a cooking alarm. Oh, unlocked the hay roof. Now, when it comes to building, there are multiple ways you can build, and you don't get them your home, your house, like walls and whatnot, and roofs and doors. You don't get them all right away. Oh, unlocked the berry bush. We definitely need that. And some materials are more flammable than others. When I built the fire, there is, or if it hasn't shown up yet, there is a way to block your villagers from dropping flammable objects around it. So you can see, like, not everything I've been building is right up against it. There's a space around it. And then I will put this flame blocker tool around that so that the villagers won't drop things around it. Now, I haven't done it yet because I don't think it's unlocked. Things are very flammable. So, and that includes your walls and your roof materials. Some are more flammable than others. And I'm just checking to see because I don't want to do it with hay. Hay I need a lot of for other things, so I planned on doing it with the wood sticks, the branches, because I can harvest more of that. Oh, yeah, and I decided definitely I need to plant more berry bushes. Planting berry bushes and trees take a long time to grow, so every time you are able to do so, you really should try to build more. And I'm trying to harvest some more things because I need more of literally everything to build. So I think that a lot of people who game really love games like this. Well, I do. I've never been one who really liked the first-person shooter stuff. It's a little too realistic for me, and when I game, I want to do it for fun, but also relaxation. It's a tandem thing for me. So I tend to default to games kind of like this. For many, many years, I've played The Sims, but I haven't touched that actually quite a long time now. I don't know. It became very monotonous. Also, it takes up a ton of room on the hard drive. I didn't realize it, but all the expansions and everything that I had downloaded for The Sims, I had to take off recently because I do actually a lot of graphic design, and I was like, how did I mean, when you do graphic design or you do videos, you do expect to use a lot of space, but I didn't think I was using that much space. Sure enough, I finally figured out it was The Sims 3 that I hadn't used in months, so I had to take it off. It takes up a massive amount. Just a massive amount, and I don't even have all the expansions or anything because I haven't touched it probably like a year at least. So yeah, I took it off, and so I haven't played it in a long time. I still like it. It's just, it's probably my ADHD brain. I tend to start with games and the vast majority, I would say like 98% of them, I will never finish. You know what happens? I have this terrible habit, and I don't know if any of you do it too. But, yeah, I start games. Even in this game, like, I've already started, like, 3 or 4 different families 3 or 4 times. Because I like the challenge in the beginning, and then when things start getting a little too easy, especially with the Sims, like legacy families have never been a thing for me because things get too easy, and I like the challenge. So I just never was able to really get that, you know, to be what I needed it to be. So I would always restart, and then also that combined with I binge on games and then I stop. And then even though I may have liked them, I'm just like burnt out on that game. So then I switched to a new one and I binged that one. And then it only lasts so long, whatever it's going to be, I don't know. And then I switched to another one. And then eventually I might come back to the game, but I never want to restart the old save files. I want to start from the beginning. So I do. One of my favorite games is Zelda. And I love Breath of the Wild. I still haven't beat it. I've done a lot of it, mind you. But I still haven't beat it. And I've restarted that game a couple of times already. I've put a lot of hours into it, but never followed through because, I don't know, I just feel like I need to start from the beginning for some reason. I don't know what my obsession with that is. Does anybody else have this happen to them? I'm really bad for it. I think I've only fully beaten less than a handful of games in my life because of this trait. And it's not like I never actually go back to them. I do. I just don't go further. But I love longer games. I love that you can do